Black signal to let the family know that we are in the house. Yes, yes, y'all. And we don't stop. Giami Journey brings you the sure shot.
Peace, this is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Giami Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at tribe.giamijourney.com. All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray. God standeth in the conduct of the mighty, let us amongst the gods. How long will you judge unjust and accept the praises of the wicked? I say, in the form of fathers, justice to the afflicted and the needy, deliver the poor and needy, and out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand, that if they're falling but all the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, and you are God, and all of you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Rise, O God, towards the earth. Thou shalt inherit all nations. Allahu Akbar.
This is Kabbalah Folks, and you are now listening to the Giami Journey Radio.
Keep up with the journey. Check out what we have done in the past. Go to journeyarchives.com.
This is Ancestor, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio.
Be sure to follow Giami Journey on Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Ancestor, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio with Monica. Enjoy. This is Marina with Giami Journey Radio.
This is Willie. Welcome to Giami Journey Radio. I want to give a shout out to Silver Brother, all my Silver Nation out there. I want to give a shout out to my mom. I give a shout out to my dad for raising me and my family to be around me. And I want to give a shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
Cleveland, and you're listening to Giami Journey Radio.
Peace, Hotel. It's Mansour Hotel, aka Mr. Deity. Mr. Deity doesn't sound good, I think it sounds great. Right now, you're listening to Giami Journey Radio. We're
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is what I tell coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gianni Journey Radio. Shouts out to the Gianni tribe, Gianni family. Stand up.
Burdock Group. Shouts out to Mr. B. Shouts out to Shouts Jones. Shouts out to Brother Frank. Thanks for hosting the
live, and you are now listening to the Gianni Journey Radio. Shouts out to Sugar Sexual. Stand up. You are now listening to Gianni Journey Radio. Peace. This is Gina. You are now listen to my dad. Gianni Radio. Peace.
Man, you heard them. We have had enough. I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is Gianni Journey Media. Thank you for being on point, Anime. This is a Heart of December production, and right now we on Folktales for grown folks. All right, Simba, I heard you kind of stuttering. Do I need to take you to the doctor? Huh? Sure. Okay. And where we strive to do nothing but blow up your old paradigm. We got a lot of old paradigms to blow up. I haven't been here in the last couple of weeks. We've been chilling. Chilling on the journey. I'd be tired, man. I come in, I was tired. I said, man, I spoke to Quasi, and I told Quasi I was going to do the show. I said, so I'm going to make sure that I do the show. I'm just like, because my major concern is making sure that I'm able to get up and fulfill my pledge to my ancestors and do this toast on a daily basis. We have not missed a toast in, we're rolling towards 3 years now. 3 years. So, I'm proud. Right now I'm eating on some burdock root. For those that want some health benefits, check out the health benefits of the burdock root. We could go on, let's just look it up real quick. I'll read a little bit for you real quick. Let's see. Benefits of the burdock root is a powerhouse of antioxidants. Research from 2010 has shown that burdock root contains multiple types of powerful antioxidants, including quercetin, luteolin, and phenolic acid. It removes toxins from the blood. It may inhibit some types of cancers. It may be an aphrodisiac. Oh, let's see. Help treat skin issues. So this should cure everything, including death. Chew on it. Shit. I found some. I ain't never seen the whole root. This motherfucker, I ate a couple inches off, but this motherfucker growing to the soil like this is a bully root. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to call in the hood, the bully root. Just get down in there and never go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, family. So, we got the folktale. The night lines are open, 614-556-4535. I just want to say this. Don't mind the conversation, but what I do want is I want you to listen to the folktale and see how we can apply it to some of our real world problems today. That's why it's called wisdom mining. Gotta get in there and dig. Get in there and dig. We're gonna dig together. We're gonna pull up like they pulled this root out the earth. We're gonna pull some of the wisdom up out of the words of our ancestors. And that's our job. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be doing. So let me get some of this stuff up off my screen. She said, where do you get it? I got this from Saragon. Miss Navita was in Saragon. She know that I like to use this for my drink, the ambrosia. And I do one called Death Eater. I ain't made Death Eater in a while. All my scobies for Death Eater passed away. So I gotta brew. See, because I gotta breed the scobies to be able to handle the ingredients of the Death Eater. Well, anyway, can barely hear you. You can barely hear me? I got the mic. How's it now? Is it better now? If y'all can't, let me know, cause I'm able to get stuff. So if not, I can unplug the mic. I thought the mic would make it a little bit better for you. Yeah, that ambrosia. Yeah, you bought some. You got some from me before. Now, all right. So now, family, want to remind you, we have the G&J Mall popping off this Kaumba. For those that don't know, that's 4/27 or April 27th. Coming up this weekend. Want to see your face in the place. We got yoga popping off. We got brother with yoga with violet fire. You know what I'm saying? A sister active in the community. She's gonna come in. She's gonna share her knowledge of health, especially that with yoga. Do a demonstration and let people know where they can continue their practice if they are interested. Right? You don't have to drop what you're doing and start doing yoga. She's gonna demonstrate. She's gonna talk about it. And anybody that's interested, right? You get in touch with Sister Roni, but she's gonna be there on Kaumba. So come on out and support. Okay? Now, also, we got all types of vendors. Some vendors they've been sending in their registration fee for the last, since the beginning of April, right? So family, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. Now remember, if you want to vend, and you pop up on the day of, the price is double. Now right now, it's $20 because we want to keep it affordable, but we can't be having those last minute pop-ups because the goal is to turn this into an actual mall. One day, we want to be able to have enough money in advance so that we can hire some entertainment to come out. We could pay some of these people that's going to be doing this demonstrations. We're trying to get a community business. We're trying to stabilize the culture. And the only way to stabilize the culture is to get the blood flowing in the culture. The market is the heart of a culture. Right? And I know people like, that's that capitalist stuff, Brother Hatem. That's not the truth. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. When you just got one village, there might not be a need for a market. But when you got multiple villages and multiple families, there's a need for trade. And there's always been a need for trade. And we got to remember, we invented that. So we got to start really understanding and start working with this process. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to do it. Teaching our young people the importance of trade and being able to control the markets. Because the individual that controls the markets controls everything around it. The only thing you got to be able to do after you get control of the market is to be able to maintain and protect your control. Same thing with the community, right? So, now, I don't know if Brother Kwame is out there, but a question hit me as I was riding today. This is kind of off the subject. Can you have time without space? And can you have space without time? I just need the answer to that. You know, y'all gonna think about that, right? Because that's gonna tie into some other shit that we're working on. Because I tell y'all what my superpower is, right? I create space, giving you time. Now, But the reason I was thinking about that was because, like I said, I keep running into. I mean, on my YouTube, because once you start listening to something on YouTube, they develop that algorithm, and you start getting stuff. So I'm getting all this stuff about ADOS, good stuff, bad stuff about the whole ADOS piece. And one of the issues that I'm seeing is that a lot of people have problems with people claiming ADOS, American descendants of slavery, right? Or some people say American descendants of slaves. Now, I want y'all to check this out. I think one of the issues that a lot of people is having, once again, I'm going to bring it back to that one, establishing an identity. An identity that's new. It's not really new, but putting words on an identity, right? Because when an identity is like a territory, right? A territory provides space, which allows you to, how can I say, inject yourself into the times. We've been operating without an identity, right? We've been seeking other identities. We've been trying to plug into other identities. But now we have the ability to, we grasp, we have an identity that we could grasp onto to help us identify where we are in this place and time. Now, if I could keep you identityless, I guess how you say it, I don't know how you say it. If I could keep you from establishing an identity, I stop you from, one, creating a personal space for yourself, even if in just your mind. And if there's no space, you have no time. That means you can't get nothing done. I'm working on somebody else's time. This is why it was, when we started with the Daily Toast, we said we're gonna take over the week. Fuck a day. We're gonna toast every day, and every day we're gonna call the day. We establish and we're carving out our space and we're carving out our time, regardless of how it makes people feel. Now, behind me, I got our official Giami shirt. Y'all see that? Yeah, that's our Giami, personally made for us. As far as the Giami tribe, come out and get them. We're going to have the Daily Toaster shirts. I'm going to have some ambrosia out there. There's going to be cleaning supplies. There's going to be jewelry. There's going to be clothing. There's going to be food. They're going to be people offering services. We got all types of, what I'm saying? I don't want people to limit our market. You understand? Limit our mall, right? We want to make sure that people understand this is about us building community. So we invite you out to come and join us. All right, so now let's get into the folk tale of the day. I don't want to hold y'all too long. It ain't bad. Kwame, your ambrosia this shit is not.
Call is being recorded.
This is not bad at all. All right, hold on. Let me turn you up, Brother Kwame. I know who this is. This is Brother Crazy Low. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm over that.
All right. So, I'm sitting over here chilling on my burdock root. I'm about to read the story. Woo. Man. This shit is sweet. I ate it yesterday. I don't remember that one being that sweet. So, Kwame, it might not be. Damn. And it's chewy. Shit is good. All right. But it's called burdock root. I found it at, actually, Sister Navita saw it at Saragot and sent the picture to me. See, this is why I love my tribe, right? We be looking out. People be looking out. Because really when it comes to ambrosia, she bought some ambrosia from me, but she don't drink it, but she know some of the ingredients. It's like we talk, and she knows some of the ingredients. She saw that shit out there. She like, boom, she sent it over to me. I was up at Saragot like, damn. I went up there yesterday. They had a big, look, I tried to get some fresh burdock one time. Found some, because burdock is incredible. because it's one of those weeds that grow up in your lawn, and you don't even know that you're killing medicine. But to try to get the damn root, because it grows so deep, that shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? I pulled some out the ground. I was so tired I didn't want to eat it. All right, so here we go. Folktale for the day. Keep the conversation now. Remember, this is the only rules. Can't cuss more than I do, and I cuss a whole lot. So if you cuss more than me and you make me blush, I'm going to have to cut you off. Second, right? We're going to try to keep the conversation within the confines of the folktale and connect what we learn from the folktale, what we pull out of the folktale to what's going on today, right? That's why it's called wisdom mining. It's not easy, right? So even with some of these proverbs that don't, sometimes, or some of these folktales, sometimes they right on time, other times you got to think deeply and we just have a quiet show and slowly walk away. All right, here we go. Now, this one is mistitled. So those that might be looking it up online, it might be under the Viper and the Fowl. But this is one that was mistitled. All right? But you can also put a viper in the same situation. A lion entering the workshop of a smith sought from the tools the means of satisfying his hunger. He more particularly addressed himself to a fowl and asked of him the favor of a meal. The fowl replied, "You must indeed be a simple-minded fellow if you expect to get anything from me, who am accustomed to take from everyone and never give anything in return." Damn, anime like that one. Shouts out to anime, alright? I'll read it again. Family, if you can on the timeline, if you don't want to call in, the number is 614-556-4535. You could go on and leave your comments up. We'll address the comments. Me and Quasi going to have a discussion. I'm quite sure some other people might join us. You know what I'm saying? And if not, me and Quasi can have a conversation. And if Quasi want to be quiet and chill, y'all know, brother, you know, shit, I'll land this motherfucker. You know how I do, right? So here we go. A lion entering the workshop of a smith sought from the tools the means of satisfying his hunger. He more particularly addressed himself to a fowl and asked of him the favor of a meal. The fowl replied, "You must indeed be a simple-minded fellow if you expect to get anything from me, who am accustomed to take from everyone and never give anything in return." Damn. That fowl is just straightforward and raw. You know what I'm saying? Just truthful. How many of us got fowls in our life? Huh? A fowl. Like you
A fowl like a bird?
No. Not FOWL, FILE. A fowl. So now the story, break it down into our language. A lion went into a workshop, a smith's workshop, one of those people that work with metal. And he went in the shop looking for food. He comes up, he's paying particular attention to the fowl, and he looks at the fowl and wonders how the fowl could satisfy his hunger. And the fowl looks back at him and says, "You must be stupid. How can you expect to get something from me when I only take from others and never give anything in return?" Let me buy my burdock on that one. Y'all gonna let that one sink in. Let's soak that up. Soak that up. Hot damn. Now,
I guess I don't understand what a foul is. Like, it's a person that uses a foul? Like foul shit?
no, not foul, not a FOUL or FWO, a FILE.
Right, like a nail file, like he's like a sander.
Right. There you go. You get it now?
So what is it? Kind of. I mean, I don't understand what it is about a foul that takes from others but don't give.
All right. So here we go. First off, we have to question the lion for going into a Smith shop expecting to find anything to eat. Got to be the stupidest lion this side of creation. But hey, to each his own. And I want to thank the lion for being that goddamn stupid so that we can get the lesson. He goes up to a tool that is designed to take away from things. A file is designed to grind something down, not to put stuff back on it. So the lion is looking at the file and wondering what type of nutrients he can get from the file. And the file is like, look, I don't know why you're looking at me, because I'm designed to take things away. I make things smooth. I take the roughness off. You don't. A file don't put roughness on. A file, whenever you use a file, is to make something smoother. It's to take away a part of the surface and make it smooth. So a file's job is to reduce, not to increase things. Okay? So the lion is looking at the file, wanting nutrients. But the file is straightforward with the lion and saying, listen, I don't know why you're looking at me, expecting to get something from me. When it's not my nature to give, it's my nature to take. Y'all got it? Uh-oh, somebody else on the line. Who is on the line?
Navita's on the line.
What's up, Sister Navita?
What's up? Let's talk about this folk tale.
Right.
So, I don't know if he was talking because, I had to get off the thing or whatever. I don't know what he said the last few seconds. Am I interrupting you? Or
No. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You call right in on time.
Okay, so here's what I do. A file is something that you use to take away something. You're shortening something. You're taking away. Files don't give you anything. Files take away.
Right.
So the lion went into, like you said, a shed, a place where he was expecting to get something, and then he goes to a file who does what a file is supposed to do, and that's take away. And what did he expect to get going into a place like that? So how I tie that into today is to what happens. Something that happens in today's time is a lot of times you will go to court and you're looking for justice in a system that is designed to take away.
Looking for justice from people who only take away. I sound like that goddamn lion right now. I'm gonna find a way to justify it. Give me a second. I'm stalling. Go ahead, Quasi. We're gonna go in on that line tonight. Miss Cindy says, let me say on behalf of the lion, closed mouths don't get fed. That's a good one. Sister Cindy say, he desperate. That lion show is desperate. How many of us live because the lion is obviously hungry and out of his mind. He went into a Smith shop looking for food.
And I mean, if you think about it, Smith shop built in the lion's territory. The lion was already there. So, I mean, the lion is out of place, but, I mean, the lion wouldn't normally be doing that. The presence of the Smith shop probably opposed to the lion's well-being.
And the Smith shop is most likely surrounded by people who is going to kill that lion if they find out this motherfucker in the Smith shop. Now, I could understand if he went to the Smith shop wanting to eat the lion. Wanting to eat the Smith. Go eat the Smith, man. You going to look at the file.
I was confused about it first because I didn't realize that he was literally talking to a file.
He was literally talking to a file.
The Smith Right.
You know? So, this lion is smoking something on some good stuff or something. You know what I'm saying? But the peaceful is, I mean, because in our personal lives, we often are dealing with people who are fouls. In our community lives, we often have people around us that are files. In our political lives, we often have people that surround us that are files. And we have to be very clear and start learning how to identify those within our circles that are files so that we know how to deal with them. Files are used for one thing. Burdock root and apples and shit are used for something else. And we have to know what tool and what thing to use, what person to use. Because oftentimes, because what's crazy is, and I know we know people in our lives who are like this lion. They're looking for love in all the wrong places and end up with a file. And you look at them and be like, don't your dumb ass realize that this is a file? You don't see it? You can't see that this person is somebody that takes away, is somebody that reduces others? Now, in the proper perspective, a file is a very useful tool. It makes surfaces smooth, but it only does it by reduction. Now, in its proper context, a file is an excellent tool, but it's horrible for any type of food that you want. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get food, the file is not the right thing. The Smith shop is not the right place to be. And many of us are looking for success in the wrong place. Matter of fact, this lion is like a lot of us. This lion don't know where or when he is. He's lost. He's confused. He's in a place that he don't have no idea. And as Sister Cynthia brought up, he is in danger. He's desperate. And how many of us make decisions and find ourselves in places that we think we know, but we really have absolutely no understanding of? Very dangerous, very unsafe. Many of us are in America and really don't even realize where or when we are. We're like that lion right now. We're lost. Let me make sure y'all see the black. This is the black on black. That black on black Giame. Yeah, that's mine. I'll probably wear that one tomorrow morning. Alright. So, huh? No, you can't wear it. You leave mine. You get your own shirts. No, my sister, you must get your own. It's Real Life on Giame Journey, y'all. Kids, y'all supposed to, well, I mean, it's spring break for them. So, anybody else? Come on now, y'all got to have some rebuttals now. Come on now. I think the lion
do.
Huh?
I don't have rebuttal as much as so much as a question. What does the lion do?
What should the lion do? The lion, first off, now, because that's a good question, because many of us are in a position of the lion. First off, the lion need to recognize where he is. Come up out his illusions, because thinking you're going to find something in the Smith shop to eat is foolish. Second off, you're surrounded by people, which could be part of his strategy, because he could eat a person. You know what I'm saying?
Does the lion pick up that file and learn how to file?
What the lion gonna file? What do you need to file?
Sasha.
Wood.
Sasha.
Get some money.
You said file wood so he gets some money? I don't know if he need no money. He need to go somewhere. He need to go back to where he can hunt and do what he do. Many times, a lot of us are like in the position of this lion. We're in a place where we don't belong. We're in a place where we are not the most effective. The lion is very effective on the plains, but in the Smith shop, the lion is very limited on what he could do. especially when there ain't no meat in there. You know what I'm saying? Sister Regina say, shots out to y'all. Right? We got a y'all in the house. We got once again the Kuchak born are killing it. We all up in the house. We got one y'all up in here. Everybody we got a Kwesi up in the house. But you know, Kwabana and Abina is just killing it. Miss Regina said, I appreciate the file for knowing its role, its purpose, its identity, and standing firm in that. The file is not confused. The lion is confused. The file is firm on its role in life. That's a beautiful thing right there. That's where a lot of us are striving to move towards, being firm and understanding where we are in life so that we can get the most from it. When we lost, like this lion, we don't catch nothing but hell. Hell, think about this. In the Smith shop, especially back then, in the Smith shop, you got that hot-ass oven up in there. You got hammers. You got anvils. You know what I'm saying? Stuff for taking molten hot metal and shaping it down into what you want. There's no place for a lion. Oh my God. Poor lion. Poor us. Better realize where you at and run for freedom so that you could be like that fowl and do what you was designed to do and be clear on that. Many of us don't want to be, how can I put it? Many of us don't have the luxury that the fowl has because we're not able to be clear about who and what we are. The fowl knows his identity. The fowl knows his role in the world. Damn, Aesop, you need to give us, I need to know about this lion a little bit more because this got to be the dumbest lion I have ever heard about. You know, I'm so used to the ass just being the dummy in all the stories. Thank God the lion finally, you know. But the story was titled in the book, The Viper and the Fire. So the same story was probably told using a viper, using a snake, going into the shop, looking for something to eat, and ran into the fire, and the fire broke down the rules of life for it. I know who I am. Let's see what the file said once again. Let me read what the file said. First off, he starts off, or she, whatever. You must indeed be a simple-minded fellow if you expect to get anything from me, who am accustomed to take from everyone and never give anything in return.
That's a Urugu.
Uh-oh. You said that's that a Urugu?
That's the Urugu right there.
Oh.
You expecting, see, the lion is known as the king of the jungle, they say.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, when, like you said, he's out of place, and he took himself to a place where he's no longer the king of the jungle. Then he's not the king of the woodsmith place.
Right.
The woodsmith is, and the file is the woodsmith minion, so to speak. So it's equivalent also to a person, I don't say, as a black person going into certain spaces and expecting different results. When that space has shown you time and time again, example the file, that this is what I do.
This is what I do.
This is what I do. This is what I do. I take away. Why the hell you came to me after I done showed you over and over what a file does? You still want to come in here because you lost. have lost their way, like in 2000 season, they lost their way.
Y'all keep on bringing this 2000 seasons up, so y'all gonna make me have to go and get this book, I suppose. Everybody just talking about 2000 seasons. Just throw it up in Brother Hatim's face. You ain't read 2000 seasons, Brother Hatim. You gotta read 2000 seasons so you know what I'm talking about. That was very foul-like of you.
You know, so basically, because they were saying how we lost our way, and, you know, we're going into play, or people are actually, in this case, coming into our place, and we are expecting them to give, and in the end, they, like a file, they take away.
Ooh!
And we didn't even recognize it because we lost our way.
This is like going up into the Arab market, expecting them to hook us up.
Expecting them to give us respect and whatnot when they are we're the infidel as far as they're concerned. So why would we expect anything more than what they do? We're out of place.
We're out of place.
That's why you need to come to the G&J market. And purchase the shit.
Was that a commercial?
In the right space.
You called it. Hold on. I gotta give you a round of applause. You called it. I was trying to. You slipped it in before I did. Don't be the lion. Come to the G&J Mall and be where you belong. Come to the mall so that you can walk the plains rather than going to these stores and looking at these files and expecting them to provide you with sustenance. Come and get your greens and your frankincense oils and your copper jewelry and your
clothing
and
other produce
and your cleaning supplies. You know what I'm saying? Come on out. Come and learn some yoga. Come and let's talk about some sacred geometry and talk about some nation building.
And the head wrap.
Oh, come get
you can learn culturally appropriate fashion.
Sisters, and I know y'all know. Listen, I know every last one of y'all got a friend who just be putting them wraps on their head and be looking all crazy. Tell her to bring her down, save her life. Save her reputation. Bring her down so she can learn how to tie that rag around her head. Turn it from a rag to a beautiful piece of fabric. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take some of the best looking material and just do crimes with it. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like the lion in the Smith shop. You out of place. You need to come and learn how to do something. You know what I'm saying? This lion is out of place. And family, many of us, we're out of place. Right? Family, find your place. We got comments coming up. Let me go on and make sure that I get these. And some good food, that's right. And some good food. Right? Sister in the Fire is gonna be up in there. Providing the salad and the chicken and the baked goods. Now, yep.
And they can make it a point to, like, you could make it a family dinner day.
Mm-hmm.
You could, make sure every month, since people like to go out and eat, I don't know, Olive Garden, Red Lobster, McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever, save that money and go where you belong at the G&J Community Mall.
Listen. Don't be a lion. Stop walking up in these places expecting sustenance. They only are. Listen. Don't have people looking at you like this. You must indeed be a simple-minded fellow if you expect to get anything from me, who am accustomed to take from everyone, every community, and never give anything in return. I mean, who can say? I mean,
Like also, you get a person who I forget what happened with the whole Gucci thing. What was it that they did? But was it some race affiliated transgression? I guess.
yep.
But you walk up in the Gucci store and you're expecting them to give you some kind of respect when they don't give you that. So, why would you even go up in there? Don't go. And then you spend a couple of $100 on a scarf, but then you'll go to a local black designer who puts in probably more work than Gucci puts in on their stuff and will give you the respect that you need and complain because the scarf was $50.
How you gonna ask for a scarf? How you gonna ask me to pay $50 for this? And Gucci don't even make their stuff. They go to some of the same places that some of these vendors go to get their stuff. Family, we got to understand. Listen,
China. I watched a documentary that a lot of that stuff that those high fashion designers have done, they were sending it to China, and then the Chinese, as you know how they do, because once again they went out of their community because they wanted to save a buck. So they went to the Chinese to do it, and then the Chinese seen how to make the shit, then they started doing bootlegging all the shit.
oh man, I mean, hey,
But they was not a part of their community, so they did what a file was supposed to do.
they do what a file is supposed to do. I mean, like I said, man, listen, I just watched a movie, a very good movie called The Burial of Kojo. It is on Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah, I seen that on the thing. I remember watched it though.
Right. I mean, it's an artsy movie, but I won't blow it. But in the movie, it takes place in Ghana, and you see the influence of the Chinese all throughout Africa, at least in Ghana. And we know that the Chinese is coming into Africa, and we're expecting the files to come into our situations and be different. No, I'm always gonna take more. Matter of fact, you must be a simple-minded fellow. Right? We need to keep, excuse me. You need to keep these type of terms in your head, because it's like Aesop has a way of throwing out these simple insults. They don't even sound like insults. You must be a simple-minded fellow. You know what I'm saying? And we need to stop sometime and ask myself, am I simple-minded? Which means, am I looking at this expecting something from something that does not give what it is I'm seeking? That's simple-minded. You standing at the water fountain waiting for milk to flow out. That's simple-minded. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are standing in some situations waiting for love to pour out. And we already know. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Some of us standing under the moonlight expecting, it's just we putting ourselves, we don't know who we are. We don't know where we are. And that's dangerous. Because I want to stress the danger that this lion is in. This lion is in a room. Well, all they got to do is kind of close it and get enough warriors to seal both sides. And they're going to have, they're going to have a nice lion ward. Somebody going to have a nice lion wardrobe. Because this lion is out of place.
Right.
And obviously.
Like Clayton Big. It's like Clayton Bigsby at the Klans meeting.
Well, at least Clayton got the excuse that he blind. This lion is not blind. This lion, and obviously this lion is not handling the business because this lion is hungry. So hungry. Because lions fast for a very long time. I don't know if y'all know that. In between meals, that's considered a fast. You know what I'm saying? But this lion is so hungry and so delirious that he's in a town looking for food from metal objects. Think about that. looking for food for metal objects. It's not going to happen, family. It's not going to happen. And we need to remind ourselves of this and ask ourselves the question, am I acting simple-minded? Very key. Very key. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I won't, you know, unless the people in the, unless the family out there got something to say, I'm not gonna belabor the story. You know, but we can connect this with a whole lot of different shit. Whole lot of shit that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because like I said, you know, we got African countries expecting something different from outsiders coming in. Damn, we didn't learn the lesson the first time. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are out here trying to save files. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to bring files into our circles. We're trying to save them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, let a file be a file. When I need a file, I go get a file and get that file to do what the file do. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't. You don't have. See, the beauty of a tool or the beauty of knowing where things belong, you know when to go get them and when to put them back. You understand? You know, so, you know, and it's sort of like, because like one of the major things that's coming out right now, especially with Nipsey Hussle being murdered in the way that he was. You know, the whole idea of consequences and the discussions about consequences and codes and stuff of manhood are being thrown around, right? And many of us are lions in the, you know what I'm saying? Many of us are lions in the Smith shop. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we are. We don't know, you know, we don't know what it means to be a man. Matter of fact, to be a black man, it appears that everybody else is defining what a black man is supposed to be, other than black men. And we got a lot of people demonstrating that's not black men, what black men are supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? The lion is unlike, and I love what the sister said about the file, the honesty of being able to define who it is, right? We got Sister of Fire, and we got Jerica's Healing Kitchen, who is a sponsor for Sister in the Fire Pick It Up event on the 28th. Ooh, that's, oh. Man, family, I forgot. I got a Sweat Lodge to go to on the 20th. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I need to sweat. Going to a Sweat Lodge, throwing it out there to the fam. You know, so we got connections, and we going, I think we going to, I'm probably be sweating. So, but a Sister in the Fire said they got jollof. They got the vegetarian jollof rice too, and that's good. They got that Yale kale. Yep. And it'll be at them, and guess where it'll be? At that J&J Mall, where I hope to see each and every last one of y'all. Anybody else got any other comments on this one? Well, I mean, y'all don't have to be totally quiet. Y'all still there?
I'm still here. Yeah, I was just thinking about I have to keep muting because I'm making something to eat. So, but yeah, I think also when you said about there's so many things that you could connect this to, even when it comes to, what I want to say, like when you brought the relationship part and the feminist part, and but sometimes the women, and this isn't all women, but sometimes women go to look for outside of men to define, like you said, manhood, and then when they get the result of that, now they looking at everybody like, what the hell happened? But you, like the lion, lost your way, and you went to the wrong source or answers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you went to the, but some of these, I'm telling you, some of these therapists they got out here in these fields of European studies and the advice they give, that should be some bullshit.
We got to understand that in this system of white supremacy, the whole idea is to keep us confused, keep us out of place, keep us lost, keep us wondering and going into metal shops and asking for food, looking at, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Miss Tiandra? And the cleanup, the Sister in the Fire Pick It Up event will be on the 28th at 2255 Medina Avenue. They're getting out into the community. They're doing a cleanup around the property that they have and that they're working on. And also they're going to be establishing a community garden out there. So we're going to have to, I might not be able to make this event, but we're going to be getting out there so that we go and help get some stuff together. So this whole, somebody else online. Somebody from 740. Who that? Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Cool.
Who this?
That's Aaron.
What's up, Aaron? Long time no hear, man. How you been doing?
No, just checking in. Right when you cut on, I've been listening to you. Who's that, Lady J?
No, that's Sister Navita, and we also got Brother Quincy on the line.
Quincy? Oh, he was quiet. I didn't hear him. I thought I heard him on there.
They just chilling, because we about to shut it down. Because I try to keep the shows to an hour, unless we just
That's
burn
why
it
I
up.
didn't want to jump in because I felt if I jump in.
Come on. What you got for us? I know you got something good.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep him neutral. If y'all was talking, I'll wait.
It's your turn.
Okay. I think last time I was speaking on there, I was talking about, what I did notice about what the world is doing to us that we are attracted to when it comes to this economy and what we spend our money on. Like they took that turtleneck, the Jim Crow turtleneck. You know what I mean? I'm saying that they take our history and create a comedy out of our history.
A comedy?
They create the economy.
Economy, okay.
Or capitalize on our history. So they take our history and they sell it to us in a unique way that is that we fall for and we spend all this money on, and we think it's cool. We got cartoons, we got clothes, like you see that Jim Crow turtleneck. Then you got, like the sister was talking about, the food and the scarf. We're not attracted to that, but we're attracted to our slavery, our abusive culture. Like, I don't, how they create it and they put it out there, It's like we're attracted to spend our money on that type of stuff. And I always seen that, noticed that, and it's like, I always kept saying, we're always going back to buy history, but we're not trying to make history, But I hear her, and I hear you saying, come out to the food place. That's what I like to hear, Keep pushing, don't fall for the distraction of these folks putting out this Jim Crow turtleneck. I think y'all call it boycott from Gucci. I see them. I see what they're doing. And I notice that the black man or the black folks, the African folks, whatever you want to call them, we ain't never took the white people's history and created some type of clothing from them. We don't do that. But I see that they'll do that, come out with cartoons, come out with shirts, some type of weird keychains. But you'll never see the black folks, when they want to create some type of stuff, use their type of history to sell it back to them. But they'll take our history and sell it back to us. And why are we so attracted to it? You know, we're so attracted to buying our slavery stuff.
Financing finance our own oppression.
Yeah. We buy we put ourselves in debt just to buy our own. You know, and then you'll see a good folks open up a shop, but they would never think of open up a shop, taking a white folks' history and selling it to them. We don't have that in us.
You might have gave me a good business idea. I might need to sell some.
I ain't never seen nobody do that.
Shit, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, shit, it's the first time for everything. We might need to go.
Here's the thing, brother, because they don't have no history, and the problem is, it's like, what history will we sell back to them? Because we have so much that they know, and this ain't it. They know they're unlimited about us. We can't figure out what to sell to them, so they sell our history to their self and ourselves, and we still have not woken up. Like, you know what? That's what this world is. We're buying our own problems. I don't have the proper words for it, but you did. We're only buying our sorrow and our slavery history, but we're not seeing that they don't have it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because and part of that is being lost like that lion. Being out of place like that lion. Looking for some type of sustenance, because culture is food for the soul. So if you don't have a culture, you're going to seek something out, right? And it's like we're seeking something out. We're looking at the fowl and asking the fowl, "Yo, can I eat you? Because I'm very hungry." Our souls is reaching out. You know what I'm saying? And we're moving into a space and a time, once again, that space and that time, with being able to identify our story and put the borders around. See, because a while ago, in Jeremy, I was talking about, like, when we talk about nation building, a nation is a stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, and language in common. One of the first parts of that is that territory. And when you establish a territory, you have to have borders. Now, when we think of territory, a lot of time we're only thinking about physical shit, my house, my car. Well, you don't even think about your car on the territory, but the land and stuff. But territory is also a mental, is also an idea, is also a virtual thing. And when we start establishing our territory, we start placing our borders up, which means you start setting limits. And you are able to control the borders. Now, what is threatening people is now that black folks in America, like that individual identity, that identity right there. Black folks in America, black folks, ADOS, American descendants of slavery. Black folks, what they call them, original black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Are identifying themselves and doing what everybody else is doing. We are establishing a border around our identity, which is creating a mental space for us, which is making other people uncomfortable. So we have to understand that once we start coming into our own, we're going to start making people uncomfortable. Period. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Because right now, everybody else is using the fact that we are lost and in the wrong place as a way for them to make a come up for themselves. Because we're so lost, we'll eat the goddamn fowl. Hell, fuck it, give me a hammer too. I'll eat that anvil too, because I don't know. I'm lost. I mean, think about this. We got a lion in a smith shop in this story. Asking the fowl, can he eat it? This lion is so hungry, it's so confused that it cannot look at something and tell whether or not it's food. This is where we are. We can't look at, we can't distinguish the difference between a poison culture and a culture that's feeding our souls.
Right.
We can't tell between a good relationship and an unhealthy as fuck. It ain't just unhealthy, it's unhealthy as fuck. It burns me every time.
The lion lost his way. The lion lost his way.
Yep, and And you know, if the documentary that was going to come out, you know, what he was saying is about we lost our history of what Mama used to do. You know, we always spoke about that. Our main food, you know, because the food we eat, he's trying to say that, you know, it ain't our cultural. And that's how we used to determine what culture it was from. You can, like, if I say, I know a lot of Jamaican folks out here in Florida, you know, a lot of mostly jerk chicken, I would say, not trying to be funny. But if I see jerk chicken, I know, you know, okay, you must be Haitian or Jamaican or something like that. I don't know, Mexicans let's say burritos or something. You can identify people by foods. So it would help what Dr. Sebi was saying, that we have lost the natural, what the Africans used to eat. And we like that lion, you know, or, you know, then we have some out of the corner on us, hey, brother, you're this, you're that, you come from over there, this is what you're supposed to be eating, get used to it. And I don't know where to go from there, but it's just, that's what I'm seeing, you know.
What
going zip.
What you're saying is, because check this out, man. I did this on a show years ago. I brought sacred foods out, right? What I mean by sacred foods, when you look at a culture, every culture has a sacred food.
Right.
Right.
A food that the culture is built upon, because nature made it possible for this culture to exist, because this culture was able to find a thing called a staple food. Like I pulled out, because my wife is from Ghana, I pulled out an African yam, and I had some I can't remember what it's called, but it's from South America, and it's a real small like seed, like a chia. Matter of fact, chia seeds. And then I had something else from South America that was a staple for another group in South America. And I pulled out some others. I pulled out some rice. You know what I'm saying? Staple foods. And because what we have to understand is that, like you said, cultures identify themselves. And the food that nature produced for those people was specific for that group. It helps them, because your food helps.
It was.
Helps you tune into the frequency of your in a sense, your cultural guide. The food. So
yeah, it was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, native. Yeah, native. Because we got like you were saying, Aborigines and native food and Aborigine food. Certain foods that can't grow on certain land.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was the beauty about how the Creator created this stuff. There was and now food is able to be grown, like watermelon can be grown in the wintertime now, or up in Ohio, which we call GMO. So now that the GMO has been pushed even bigger, it's being confused. We don't know what's native and Aborigine. It comes from there. Now we can grow certain foods in the summers and the winters now, you know, and it's being confusing. And we're going to lose that. Now you're going to say that all these type of fruits and vegetables and plants can grow everywhere now. So now it's going to become one culture and confusing and this and that. And then here we go again. We have to find it again. Identify.
Shutting up our borders. And we're not comparable.
That's why it's important to come to the G&J Mall and check out the African cultural diet. I mean, we got so much going on there.
Heck yeah.
We done had, for the last 2 malls, we had Sister CeeLo come out and do a workshop on the African heritage diet. See, because this is why we talk about the 4 pillars. I had to throw a 5th one in there, that sleep piece. But the 4 basic pillars: breathing, drinking, eating culturally appropriate foods, and culturally appropriate movements. Right? Because a lot of us, we're moving, we're eating outside of our culture. So of course, you know what I'm saying, I don't have to identify with anything that has to do with me, because the vibration that I'm pulling my sustenance from has absolutely nothing to do with me. You know, I mean, like I said, no matter how long my wife stay over here, her has always got some yams. You know what I'm saying?
Can you sit on that vibration before you get off the phone? Because you know that's my subject. That vibration you keep talking about the foods.
Oh yeah.
The frequency. That's up my alley about the I'm not gonna say it.
Say it, man.
It's what we're talking about when we say vibration, frequency, food. Like you say ma'at, and I say ma'at on a different level. We might be saying, but we know ma'at balance. But I just like to speak of the pH balance of ma'at. 6 on the left, on the right, she makes 13. That's the pH balance, and we learn from the acidic food to the alkalinity food. What's good and what's not. So, when I knew that Jesus, I don't speak of this, but I'm just saying Jesus was 13, 6 on the left disciple, 6 on the right. It went from his story to her story and took away Ma'at. So now we're on to this man. I don't want to go down this alley. But what I'm saying is that I'm learning that the humans are diluting. And when you're born as a child, you have a lot of energy. You're born alkalinity in your tissues and this and that, and we have to wean them up to acidic water, the pH of a 5.5 to a 6.5, slightly closer to neutral. But I'm just saying, and the older you get, your energy is draining. It's called you're diluting. And that's where we come in with the frequency food to bring up that dilution to boost us back up. We call it death and you're dying, but I call it you're diluting because the older you get, your energy is diluting. You have to find the nutrients to bring your pH back up.
And according to your cultural base, those foods were developed specifically for your group. Because we got to understand, family, for people to have survived, they had to develop a relationship with nature. And the food that they ate came from a relationship between them and the land. This, and a lot of us are missing this. One of my elders said this a long time ago. We was just talking because he used to take trips to Africa. And he said, man, sometimes I'm so ashamed that the varieties of food that we eat, that is crazy. And I didn't understand. I said, well, I thought varieties of food was a good thing. But then, like, when I traveled, like, I had a brother in Ghana that would come and chill with me and take me around, make sure I wouldn't, make sure I stayed out of trouble. And, we would go to restaurants and we would always stop to eat, and at this time the American dollar we was balling over there. So we stop and say, yo, son, you want something to eat? He say, yeah. Say, it's got a nice menu. He say, I don't need the menu. So what you eating? Chicken and rice. I'm here for 3 weeks. Chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. So my partner was over there with me one time, and I looked at my partner, and he looked back at me, and I said, Sonny, you know I'm treating, right? I'm treating. I've been treating you, and I've been buying food. You don't eat nothing but chicken and rice. He said, that's how we eat over here. And I'm sitting up here like, damn, and I'm looking around, and people are eating not a variety. They're eating their cultural foods. I don't give a fuck what's on the menu, right? All that menu was for people like me. But when it came to the people there, they were eating their cultural foods. Oh, I live in Florida, but I'll be in Columbus for the week of July the 1st. In July, I will definitely stop by. The mall is only open on the last weekends of the last Kaumba of the month. So you're going to be at the beginning of the month. So you're going to have to come, if you come early June. But also, Sister Sharika, what part of Florida you in? Because we got a brother on the line that's in Florida as well. You know what I'm saying? But now, because I'm trying to hook my family up because I don't want nobody out there by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But the whole Peach family is that your culture's a vibration. And and we have to regenerate this vibration. And that vibration causes us to start forming codes and forming limits on when somebody is in our territory and when they are out of our territory, whether it's a physical territory or a mental territory. And the food helps us establish that. Because people that can't control their food, because one of the reasons why a lot of cultures depend on food staples, right, is because those food staples are just that. They're staples. They hold the culture up, and it's not super complicated. It's not too hard, and those people can control it. But I ask you, what is the staple food for African Americans, for black folks in America? Is
that what you call it? Food staples?
It's a staple.
I get what it.
They call them staples. You know what I'm saying? It holds the culture up. You know, like when you staple something on the wall, you got certain foods and certain ideas that are staples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm working on my kids so they can learn the pHs, because the pH is a survival technique, because pHs identify
you said fried chicken.
the creator's creation, the right creation. You know, nothing acidic. So,
but you know, the what you guys are talking about reminds me of a documentary I watched where the Aborigines over in Australia, due to outside interference, their land was not able to cultivate the food that they were typically used to. So I think it was Americans, but I know they were Caucasians. They came in and provided food for this community of Aborigines. And for the first time in their history, they began to develop diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, stuff they never had in their community until the outsider came and gave them their food. What they do.
Right.
They do. You know what I'm saying? Like what the file does. You know, the file does what the file does. And they do what they do. And unfortunately, you know, they were unable to, because there's a lot of files around these Aborigines in Australia. So they picked up their culture.
And their culture.
And man,
it started falling apart, didn't it?
It was dying off like crazy.
Not only dying off, but then
pharmaceutical company comes in.
Yeah, here they go. Here come Big Pharma, and here come all the American type of ways.
And they just really, you know, these people, their health has really declined.
Not only their health, but the communities are probably falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Because
the kids are gonna pick it up.
Oh, the kids gonna
pick it up where their parents left off.
And if you can't lead people if you can't feed people. We gotta understand, like
right.
the market enabled people to trade. The individual that controlled the market in a sense, control the country or control the nation. Why? Because they control where the food is distributed, where different foods, you know what I'm saying? And they take control of the staples. When part of conquering a country is not just taking the women, you go in and you take over the production of food, take control of the staples. This is why I believe think about this. One of the first things that they try to grab hold of in every country they go to is, and people, I'm going to check this out, alcohol. You're like, brother, how Tim, alcohol is not a staple. Depends on where the fuck you live. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol in some cultures is drunk like because some of the water and stuff like that is not purified and is not the same alcohol that we drink, because what they give us, the shit that we like, is almost like pure poison. When you really look at the process, at the beer making process or the true wine making process or some of the alcohol, the fermenting process, you understand really what's going on. It's a whole different thing what we got over here. And I keep trying to, I be telling people that. You know what I'm saying? Because people be asking about it. When you ferment stuff, alcohol forms, but it's not the same as that you will go to the store and buy, because the alcohol is not separated from the rest of the product. So it's a little bit different, because we drink distilled alcohol, which means that you extract the alcohol and allow the alcohol to act on its own, rather than combining it with everything else that's in whatever you're producing. I ain't gonna hold everybody up, man. It's 10:30, man. Oh man, you tricked me, man. You told me you weren't gonna bring up nothing about vibration, and you just had a quick statement.
I said there, called it. I gotta get back on with you again. Give me your time. You gonna have one in the morning?
I'm gonna have one. We will be up at. Well, tomorrow I ain't gonna be up that early. About 5:15.
What about your lunchtime area?
Well,
I got a question.
As serious cancer, who keep the average dancer hopping in a heart attack, nobody smiling? Rakim, ask the question.
He's doing Rakim. He's dropping that Rakim ball.
Hey, so what is the major difference between the 4 grades of meat that you can get at McDonald's?
At McDonald's?
Oh, yeah, you talking about, yeah, go ahead.
What's up, Talise?
So let me break this down. Like, okay, a McDonald's ain't a McDonald's. It ain't a McDonald's. Meaning, you know, you got private industry restaurants and you got the franchise, right?
Uh-huh.
Wait. Every time they order a meat, they get to choose, do you want the grade A, the grade B, the grade C, or grade D? What's the difference? I mean, really.
Yeah, my dog is one of them grades.
Right?
My dog is one of them grades. I can't remember if it was a D or something. Yeah, but the dog food is like a grade D. Yeah, and they buy that stuff.
Hey, hold on for a second. Aaron, what part are you
I'm close by. I'm on the Atlantic side, not the Gulf side. I'm over by West Palm Beach.
Okay.
About Fort Lauderdale in between.
Because she put Titusville.
I never heard. She must be by the Gulf.
I don't know what the difference is with the meats. I didn't even know they served.
Yeah,
they still sell meat at McDonald's.
And then you got the Gulf, Tampa. Here where everybody come, Miami spot. You got the Gulf spot.
So what is the difference before we get off of the grade? Apparently A is supposed to be top notch.
Well, one is for dog. One is for dog. Dog is a level for dogs. And they actually Taco Bell and McDonald's buys the grade that the dogs actually eat, and we come on that out.
Wow. Hey
you can't
made with grade A beef.
You can't be talking about McDonald's because them some gangsters. They're coming. Hey, my face all over YouTube and shit. You just dog McDonald's. That clown ain't no motherfucking joke.
Yeah. Taco Bell, McDonald's. When you go look at when you go to Walmart, go to the dog section, you'll see it's one of them grades. He said
he trying to get me killed.
Taco Bell gets that stuff, and McDonald's. I think they just got off of it.
Wow. And so
That's crazy.
they can play.
But I'm saying, what is it? What do they do to the beef that makes it different than A?
Well, the thing is that they cutting. To some extent, they cutting the beef.
Okay,
So
that's what
it don't necessarily.
okay.
Yeah, it don't necessarily have to be all the way meat up in there. Like they put.
Yeah, it could be the skull. It could be the skull, fingernails, all that stuff.
Well, I think that's the difference between like a grade A and a grade B. So if we can look at the distinction between those two grades, what the heck are they doing to the C and the D? You know what I mean?
I was just thinking that shit.
That's why you chew that hard piece in there.
And I don't want to think about the F grade. God damn. But you know that grading system is the same grading system they use for schools. I mean, I want y'all to think about that shit. That's the same. That's where they got the grading system for the schools.
That's crazy.
That's true. But family, listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all up so I can come in talking about some goddamn McDonald's meat. But I'm about to get up off of here.
Give me your time. Give me your time. Don't you got some lunchtime hours?
No, I don't do no. I'll be at my adventure, man. My kids wouldn't.
Okay.
But that's during that's on the weekends. You catch me like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the next show at 9 p.m. is on Ujima. You got to learn the days because if I say it, I got to do push-ups. Somebody could type it in or they
The
could
day
say,
after tomorrow.
the day after, yeah.
Okay.
That's how I like that movie, though. You know what I'm saying? So, corny old movie had me hyped up to go see it. But family, I want to thank you for joining us on the journey. But I do want to, Miss Sharika says she's by Orlando.
She's on Atlantic side. She's 2 hours away from me.
Oh, okay. And we got, and when I asked what's a staple for African Americans, she put fried chicken and collard greens. But now, the key piece about being a staple is that it's not a staple if we're not growing it and refusing, and in a sense, almost refusing to buy it from anybody else. That's when it's a staple.
Well, I mean, check this out. And you could just put a tag on. Look. You look at some cultures, and they call it, like we done put our stamp on it. It's kosher now, right? Mm-hmm. So if it ain't kosher,
yeah.
We don't buy it.
Culturally, you ain't supposed to be eating it.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a brilliant that's a brilliant way of putting it up, bringing it up, Shaka. I mean, and that's a brilliant marketing strategy and shit. You know what I'm saying? You make sure that culturally your people only eat your shit. And to be kosher, guess who you got to see? Oh, that shit ain't culture. Exactly. That shit. And so, you know, as ADOS, we need to set up a commission where we got to get some
and not rap snacks, right? Not rap snacks. That don't cut it.
Rap snacks, yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, them rap snacks, man.
That's not cultural. Nah, not culturally appropriate.
It's got black people's faces on it. What's that guy with the messed up eyeballs on one of them?
Hey, but I definitely.
That ain't a messed up eyeball. That's the way Fetty Wap's eye is. His eye messed up. You just mean. I just mean for no reason. His eye is fucked up.
I gotta shout out whatever brilliant genius put Easter the day after 420 this year. All the kids woke up with empty Easter baskets because all the candy was gone by 5 a.m. Hey, so shout out to the genius that put that together.
That was the moon. That was the moon. Easter go with the moon.
Is that right?
Yeah. Hey, Easter's a lunar holiday.
Well, whoever put the 420 there.
Nature.
All right. Right.
All right, family. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
And make sure you ladies, the head wrap workshop 3 p.m. at the G&J.
Yeah, say your friend.
On Kaumba, the 27th, this weekend. Come on out, sisters. Let's have a sisterhood. Let's get our head wrapped. Let's get some wraps to take home with us.
I need to learn how to do a turban. You know anybody?
I'm trying to find somebody who knows how to do that. I'm trying to find somebody because I went to the Head Wrap Festival in Detroit, and they had a brother from, they had a dude from India. Man, he was cold with it. They had like 6 or 7 of them come out and model different types of male head wraps. They was cold. You hear me?
I send you down for the turban?
Hell no. I'm just being honest. Nope. Too much material. You know. It was something else I was about to tell. Head wraps. It was something else that's coming.
Yoga. Sister Roni's doing the yoga piece. That's at 1:30. Come on out. Find if you've ever been interested in yoga. If you're a yoga expertise connoisseur, what have you, come on out. See the demonstration. You can bring your yoga mat. You can participate. And she will give you the benefits of yoga, show you the different poses that you can do, and it can be interactive. You can participate as well.
And you can find out where to get further lessons. So, family, once again, I want to thank you for joining us here at the Congregation of the Mighty, where your hustle builds muscle. This is Giami Journey Media. Anna Mae, you've been on point for the last couple of days, girl. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and this has been Folktales for Grown Folks. We don't do nothing but strive to blow up your old paradigm.